hate using the word best when it comes to reviewing gear, but I will say what's best for me, and that is this little box right here. As a guitar player turned producer, this little box really pulls at my heartstrings, and for good reasons. This is the Quantum HD2 from Presonus, and it has some really good features that I don't think I'm actually going to be able to live without. I mean, I'd live without them, but I'd hate it. Let's start off with the number one reason, the real big kahuna of why this is actually my favorite interface right now. This interface has reamping options right off of the interface. You can reamp electric guitars, bass, or anything else. And so you can run clean DI in, bring it back out, run it through your gear, and run it back into your computer. No more reamping boxes or trying to route things in weird, funky ways. It's all here inside of this interface. Now that's cool, and in fact, it's handy enough that that's one of the main reasons why this is my favorite interface right now. But it gets even crazier than that. You don't just have to reamp guitars. You can actually take any sound in your computer and send it back out through your guitar pedals. So you can add distortion pedals to synths, drums, or any other sounds that you want to. And with having 2 ins and 2 outs, you can run stereo. Pretty useful. And now reason number 2 of why this is the best interface for me is the auto gain, or the gain features in general. There's an auto gain button on the front of this. All you have to do is select that auto gain, play through it, and the interface will automatically listen to the signal that you're sending through it and set the proper gain structure, which I kind of thought was a bit of a gimmick, but it's actually pretty helpful because you can sit there and just play and let the interface turn all the knobs for you digitally. Now that's pretty cool, but what's even more handy than that is the fact that you can save specific gain presets if you link it with a channel inside of Studio One. This integrates wonderfully and beautifully with Studio One. And with Studio One being my DAW of choice, it works so well for me. You can have different gain structures on different channels. So you can actually push your amps a little bit harder, switch a channel, and you don't even have to adjust the gain. And where this really comes in handy is when you have channel presets. I have a channel preset for my Les Paul, and for my Jackson, and for my Fender Stratocaster. And all of those require a different gain structure going into the computer because some pickups are just hotter than others. And I don't have to sit there and adjust the gain knob. When I load the preset in, it's ready to go. All of these things stacked together save a lot of time in the studio. Now, reason number 3 of why I think this is the best interface for me. Presonus worked with Fender to create these preamps. So the guitars going directly in and the mic preamps on the back sound fantastic. They're some of the cleanest preamps that I've heard, and they sound great. And you can hit them pretty hard and they don't really distort. That's another thing I really like about this interface is that it does record in 192 kilohertz, 32-bit float. So even if you do clip, you can just turn it down inside of the DAW. Pretty mind-blowing feature, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of thought it was a gimmick again, but it's actually really, really handy. I don't have to constantly adjust my gain structure when I'm recording a vocalist. I don't have to turn the gain up or turn it back down. If I'm recording a 32-bit float, I can just bring it down later in the DAW, and I can get the perfect take from the vocalist and not ask them to stop all the time, so I can adjust the gain from the loud parts to the quiet parts. Now here's a few other quick bonus reasons of why I think this is a fantastic interface. Not necessarily guitar-based reasons, but a few other bonus features that really scratch the producer part of my brain. It has expandable channels, so you can go beyond just the 2 inputs on this interface. It comes with an adapter for SPDIF and MIDI in and out. The unit features loopback as well, so you can route computer audio into your DAW, and you can route your DAW audio out to Zoom and things like that, which is kind of almost a must these days. It runs on USB-C connection, so it's stupid fast. And you can even run no latency input monitoring directly from Studio One with just 1 click of a button. Super powerful. And it even comes with a year of Studio One Plus, which comes with Studio One Professional, plus a lot of other really cool bonuses as well. And I love Studio One, love everything that they're doing there. And this just integrates so well with Studio One. So if you're on the fence about picking up one of these interfaces, I highly recommend the Quantum HD2. This thing has been fantastic for me. And I don't want to say it's the best for everybody, but if any of those features resonate with you, it's probably going to be the best for you too. And I don't think you're going to regret it. My recommendation is pull the trigger and pick this little beast up. It is pretty stout. It's actually made out of metal. It feels really, really solid. If you like this video, I'm sure you're gonna love this one over here. I'll see you over there. Now, as always, go create.